All right, welcome back, my dear student. In this lecture here, we're going to be creating the code that is going to be displaying our products depending on what we add. All right, of course, we're going to be creating these icons that I showed you in the demo along with that function, all right, with that piece of code. So let's go to card.php here, all right, and you could, if you wanted to, create functions with this, but since this is all a code here, I don't want to deal with that. But this one here, I will create a function for. This is just a long piece of code that I want it to be by itself. Let's create a function for this one that's going to be displaying some items. And the reason why I want to just create a function is because we're going to be using that here to be displaying this table, this TDs right here. All right, so I'm going to call this cart. All right, this is going to be the main function. All right, so this function is going to be responsible for displaying items. So what is it that we need to have in this function? All right, well, we need to loop through, all right, we need to loop through our database and display the products, right? So first, let's go ahead and create a query and see how that looks when we display this information. Select all from products, and of course we're not going to be displaying all from products because we need the product ID that is all right on the session, but I just wanted to show you that we could do this. I wanted to show you how this is going to look. All right, so then we use the confirm, of course, and of course we'll modify this in a minute. All right, so we're going to select everything from products, and then we're going to be using something that we have used before, which is in the functions here. All right, is this delimiter. All right, we'll use this. All right, but first of course we have to run the while loop, right? And we'll take out some information. Wow, and fetch array. We'll fetch that query. Okay, all right, so once we fetch that, then we'll create a delimiter here. There we go. And then here what we can do is let's go to checkout, display all of this here. Actually, we are going to need not only that, we're going to need the row also. There we go. There we go. And the row. Okay. And then we can just echo that out. There we go. So once we echo that out, everything should be fine. We echo the product. Actually, it's not with the $sign there. It's this. Perfect. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick, but let's make sure that this is closed. This while loop is closed. Let's make sure that our function is good here. What else are we missing? Are we missing anything else? You can go to functions always and check this out real quick. Looks like we're good to go. The only thing that we need right now is to grab the function name cart, go to checkout, and take all this out of here and just call that here. Of course, we need some PHP tag, of course. All right, let's check this out. Let's see how this looks. Enter and a call to identify function. All right, I think call to identify function. All right, that's just not right, is it? cart. Let's go back to cart. You know what? The whole reason why this is not working is because that cart page is not included in the checkout. All right. So that's the whole reason why. So let's go ahead and include that in the config. All right. So should we include it in the config? We don't need to include it in the config. We could just include it here in the checkout only. We don't need it anywhere else. All right. And let's just say cart.php. There we go. All right. Enter. And now it's working. All right. It almost made me look really bad here in front of my students. But anyway, as you can see, we're displaying two because we only got two products in the database. And if we change the, I'll show you right now, the product name, it would be this one right here. We'll change it for row, and then we can say product title. Actually, we'll change that and we'll refresh here. We could see that we are pulling information from the database, product 1 and product 2. All right, so this is how we're going to be displaying our products here. All right, you can keep going if you want, but I'm going to be modifying that function in a minute just to reflect the same exact items that are in the shopping cart in the session. All right, so thank you so much. Hopefully you are learning a lot. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm here to help you finish this successfully. Take care, and I'll see you then.